We're checking, folks. Back with another reaction. Back with some more Sandra. And once again, big shout out to Shafiq, who has shared her larger catalog, including the long play, 1985, an album produced by Michael Cretu. And I already reacted to the single version of In the Heat of the Night way back when I went through the singles collection. I think it was like 84 to 90. But Shafiq and a couple others did mention that the album version is a bit longer and features, I think, an instrumental interlude, or at least a section in the middle of the track that's not included in the single version, and that it would be worthwhile going back and reacting to that, because I had skipped over it when I began this album, just because I remembered reacting to the single version. And yes, the single version, it has that 80s synth pop drama, meaning it's a bit energetic and also, you know, has a serious type of tone. I enjoy her vocals. I do believe there's male vocals on the track. I'm forgetting in the moment if those are from Cretu himself, but yeah, it sounds like a lot of the tracks that I really enjoyed as a single-digit kid in the mid-80s, so curious to hear the fuller version of it. Let's give it a listen. This is In the Heat of the Night from the album The Long Play, which again, I think is a bit longer than the single version of this track, by Sandra. Love that rapid fire clap. Good call, Shafiq and others. I mean, it's just such a good tune. It's really the. Is it on repeat? Always? No, it's not. Okay, I turned that off. But yes, it's really the kind of tune that would have lit my brain on fire as a mid 80s single digit kid. I just love the synth drama, the energy of it, all the different keyboard lines, some way up top, some lower. There's one that almost sounds like a synth vocal a little bit. I love the explosion of the chorus, that dead pause before she gives the title line and it powers back in. I enjoy the male vocals. Again, is that Kretu? I'm not remembering. But I like his like passionate delivery in the chorus. I like the way they alternate in the chorus. And I do very much enjoy that longer middle section. It really does provide a, not counterbalance, but it feels a bit more reflective, a bit more melodic and emotional, that acoustic guitar, and then it goes into a more electric guitar. But I like that extended middle section. It really does help the bookended feel of the opening and closing minute or two of the track. So yeah, definitely a good idea to listen to this full album version. Really enjoyed that. It's a top tune. Shout out to Sandra, who at this point, not that she ever sounded like awkward singing in English, but I feel like here, if you didn't know better, you could believe she was an American singer. Like she just hits the English, without any trace of an accent, at least as it hits my ears. So just a top track. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.